Alrighty, hello everyone and welcome to week 6 of the VBA. Today we are taking on Wolf, who is a good friend of ours, and I'm pretty nervous because Wolf is a fantastic battler and he's also extremely creative. He's very clever, and so this should be a pretty tough old match, to be honest with you. So yeah, there we go. Why haven't I not got the rules? I'm going to let him select the rules because I haven't got them for some reason. Let him decide the rules. Wolf, yeah, like I say, he's very creative. I haven't had time to do an intro this week. It's been a pretty busy week so far for me. Various things, but not going to go into those now. But we've got a pretty cool team. I'm pretty happy with our team this week. I think we're bringing Tangrowth, who we just picked up in a trade for Darmanitan. I'm hoping that Tangrowth can play a good role this week. And yeah, you'll see more as we go along. One of the things that is noticeable is that we've got Scarf Dracozolt. Obviously, we have our best suit on and our battle music will be on random. We've got Scarf Dracozolt this week because I'm not always going to be bringing Gigalith, and he's got the Clef Key for Prankster Weather, so if he's prepped for us to to bring Gigalith. All right, so he's got Scizor, he's got Thundurus, Urshifu, Quagsire, Klefki, and Cinderace. All right, so we this is not a team that we weren't. I can't say we weren't expecting a lot of these to come, but as always, knowing Wolf, I'm going to have no idea what any of these Pokemon are going to do, which is why I'm back to the notepad this week, because Wolf, like I say, he has got a penchant for being creative, let's say. So we are going to lead Dracozolt, Grimmsnarl, and we're going to bring Tangrowth, and we're going to bring Pheromosa. The rough idea is, he hasn't got Blastoise, so he's got no Fake Out. We need to work out where the Choice Scarf is. The rough idea is we're going to try and get off a Bolt Beak onto something as early as possible. Obviously, unless it's a Quagsire or Scizor, because we've got Fire Fang for the Scizor. Try and get some decent damage off early without Dynamaxing, and then look to put a bit of pressure on in the late game with either a Max Tangrowth with the weakness policy, or I've actually gone for Life Orb Pheromosa this week. In practice, there was a lot of weather going around, like a lot of weather, whether it be my own sand or there was some hail, and it just, the damage over the chance of like a Focus Sash proc and then getting KO'd by weather this just made a little bit more sense. So let's see. Good luck, have fun to Wolf. I've already messaged him to say it, so it should be good fun. Okay, he leads off a Thundurus and Scizor. Okay, so I think there's a good chance this is going to be Max Thundurus here, which isn't the end of the world. I think, whilst it's not ideal to be locked into Fire Fang, if the Scizor survives this attack, I want to see what item it's got. I want to see if it's got a Fire Berry. And I want to fake out the Thundurus in case it's going to be the Prankster variant. If it is the Prankster variant, we have got Taunt, but it will probably outspeed us. So I think this is a fairly comfortable turn one. It certainly gives us a bit of information, which, like I say, against Wolf is key. Like, getting the information on what his sets are is pretty key. If we draw Scizor, okay, into Urshifu, that's fine. So we'll still get some damage off on the Urshifu, which is nice. We fake out the Thundurus, also nice. Thundurus flinches, we get the Fire Fang off. We actually miss the Fire Fang, which is kind of annoying. It's very annoying, actually. Okay, so what are we expecting here? I guess we kind of want to find out if the Urshifu is Sash or not. I also do need to preserve the Dracozolt as my answer to... I need to preserve the Dracozolt as my answer to Scizor later, but at the... yeah, I do need to preserve the Dracozolt as the answer to Scizor later. So let's go into Tangrowth. Hope we can tank any attacks that come our way. And let's go for... It might be fairly obvious, but let's go for a Spirit Break into Urshifu anyway, because it just puts on so much pressure. And we also then preserve Dracozolt for later, and we preserve a Bolt Beak for later on as well, or a Fire Fang if it's into the Scizor and that's needed. Thunderous Rain Dances. Okay, we're fine with that. Let's see what the Urshifu is going to go for here. Poison Jab and Iron Head maybe into the Grimmsnarl. It goes for Dig. Okay. Alright. Okay. yeah, I'm kind of okay with that, I think. I think what I'm going to do now... I think what I'm going to do here... that dig is likely coming into the Tangrowth, right? Which is not going to do a lot of damage to us. And there's a chance that Thunderous tries to kind of nail us with something here. I feel like a Rockfall to change the weather from this Thunderous so the rain can't come back up again, and a Spirit Break targeted into the Urshifu slot could be a good turn. The Sand coming out also allowing us to KO any sashed Urshifu. Like, there's a chance with this turn here. He might, again with Thunderous, he might fly. Hard to tell. He might go for a Thunder Wave. That's Wolf, again, a very Wolf kind of thing to do, is to go for Thunder Waves and try and win a game on Paralysis. But if we're able to avoid that here and we can KO both, that is genuinely very possible. Yeah, okay, don't go for Thunder Wave. I haven't got a Lumberry on the Tangrowth. I was kind of... maybe that'll be a mistake in the end, we'll see. But okay, so the Spirit Break comes out. That should do a really good chunk to Urshifu. Urshifu is not sashed. Okay, let's hope we can move here, please. Okay, we can move, so that's good. And that should... Does that pick up a KO? I can't tell. I'm watching on my little tiny computer screen. The Sand comes out, and Thunderous faints. Okay, so we take a quick lead here, which is very good. Grimmsnarl is still alive as well, which is also really nice. Because we can still set up our Reflect. Interested to see what comes out next. Obviously, as we know, we have preserved that. Yeah, okay, it's Quagsire, great. So this is why we brought Max Tangrowth, by the way. Just purely for the Quagsire, which I assume will be Rindo Berry. He's got no reason for it not to be Rindo Berry. So let's go for this. Let's go for a Reflect. The ideal turn here is a proc of our weakness policy on Tangrowth and Tangrowth to get an attack off. That's why we have Reflect this week. That's why we've got screens this week. We also have got the Babiri Berry onto Grimmsnarl, so we should hopefully survive a steel attack. Who is the max target? It's Scizor. Okay. Okay. Which means we may actually do some decent damage to Quagsire still anyway. I don't know why I'm saying we need the Witness Policy proc, because the odds are it's going to be unaware Quagsire, so that won't actually do us any favours. Let's see what happens next. Airstream from Scizor into the Tangrowth, which won't do very much. Tangrowth is bulky, really physically bulky, plus the Reflect. It's just got a huge amount of defense. So we proc the Weakness Policy, which again, as we know, means nothing into Quagsire if it's unaware. So let's see what Quagsire does go for, though. Iron Tail. Okay, so we'll eat our Babiri Berry, and we'll take that pretty nicely again with the Reflect. So do we get to attack? We do get to attack. Okay. And this should do a huge amount to Quagsire. It does. Is that enough to take it out? I think it is. Looks like it. I think it looks like it. Again, I can't tell. Yeah, Quagsire goes down. Okay, so we still don't get any information other than some moves, I suppose. So Scizor has got a flying move. I assume dual wing beat Technician. Thunderous has Rain Dance and T-Wave. T-Wave. Urshifu has Dig. Quagsire has Iron Tail. There is no Sash on the Urshifu, is the other information we know. Okay, now this is a tough call because I don't want to give away that I've got max ground. And I think we should win this from here. We've already given away the Rockfall, so I don't think we have any harm in just hitting like effectively not very effective attacks into the Scizor. And like, yeah, okay, so he'll go for a Steel Spike here. That should KO us. Yeah, okay, cool. Which means I can now bring back out the Dracozolt, and hopefully if this doesn't do too much damage with this Rockfall, and we can actually land a Fire Fang, then we should be able to get some information about how much a Fire Fang does. This actually does so much damage after the Weakness Policy proc. But hey, we'll also scout for a Fire Berry on the Scizor, unless I missed that it was Life Orb or something. I didn't really see. I should probably pay attention to that. So Scizor also has a steel move. Okay, so that's the end of our max, which is fine. Again, now I could try and be more clever and like conceal, like protect the Tangrowth, try and take a cleaner win, but I think I'm just gonna go for a Fire Fang and an Ancient Power and hope to kind of just guarantee that we win the game. Really, I don't want to mess around too much. And I would really like to find out if this is... yep, it is Fire Berry. Okay, brilliant. That's really good to know. So, the reason that's really good to know, as much as anything else, we should live that quite comfortably. The reason that's good to know is at +1 defense, a Fire Fang... In fact, at 0 defense, a Fire Fang probably still not going to kill the Scizor with that berry. So we can afford to target it with a Bolt Beak, I think. Although obviously the risk is if we target it with a Bolt Beak and he switches into Quagsire, that's not so great. But yeah, his max is over. Does that? Like, also, I feel like there's a genuine chance now that he doesn't bring, because of the Tangrowth, he doesn't bring Quagsire to the next game. So maybe we can fire a Bolt Beak. GG's to Wolf, game 1. I'm just going to message him and say the same. GG game 1, buddy. Good luck. Have fun. Game 2. Okay. Alright, so we pick up game 1, 3-1. It was a Grim, KOs, Ursh, Tangrowth, KOs, Thunderous, and... Oops. Yeah, of course I take his lead card. Sorry, I realise I'm doing this in the middle of the battle and I shouldn't be. Same rules, same team. Thunderous and Quag. And Dracozolt, KOs, Scizor. Okay, so I guess the question will be in this next match is, will he? I think he'll bring the Scizor again because the Scizor did fairly well for him. Will he bring the Quagsire, knowing that we've got Max Tangrowth and that he hasn't got the Grass Berry on the Quagsire? I wonder what the item is on the Quagsire actually. He has also said, "Good luck, have fun, game 2." Because Wolf is literally like the nicest human being in the world. So we're going to go the same again. We're going to go Dracozolt. We're going to go Grimmsnarl. It's good to know that looks to be support Thunderous, because we can kind of safely target Fake Out into it, which is pretty nice. Interested to see what the Cinderace will be. We still don't know where the Focus Sash is, and we still don't know what the Klefki set is either. I know he has thought in the past about bringing Max Klefki, so we'll keep an eye out for that. I could definitely see him experimenting with something like that. All right, let's see how game 2 goes. Hopefully we can do as well as we did in game 1. But I'm interested certainly to see how Wolf is going to adapt here. I think we still have not given away the fact that Cinderace is scarred. Okay, he's gone for the same lead again. Now, what I'm going to do here, and this may be perhaps foolish because he could switch the Scizor into Quagsire if he brought it. But I'm going to aim a Bolt Beak into Scizor this time, and I'm going to fake out the Thunderous. So if he brings Quagsire again, obviously it's not ideal for us, but it does give us the chance to pivot into Tangrowth again next turn. He also, I think, he may have brought a different adaptation. It also gives us the chance to hit the Urshifu or anything else on the switch in really hard that isn't the Scizor. So I think this is a fairly reasonable play, especially being 1-0 up. Yeah, okay, so we get the Fake Out off, which is fantastic. The Scizor quick guards, but Fake Out goes before quick guard because we are running a fast Grimmsnarl. However, it does stop the Bolt Beak from doing quite as much damage because Scizor moved before it. So we pick up a crit, which is that is fortunate. I mean, there's no two ways about that. So, okay, what I'm going to do now, knowing this, I kind of want to target the Thunderous here. Should I target the Thunderous here? We have a chance for a KO on the Scizor. But we also have a chance for a KO on the Thunderous, so it's kind of a tough call. And I feel like the Scizor just doesn't threaten Dracozolt at all, right? So let's put a Reflect up, and let's go for this. Yeah, he withdraws Thunderous. Okay, into Klefki. Brilliant. That's absolutely perfect. Which is why we wanted to target that slot in case he did go for a switch. We get our Reflect up. Scizor will move. Scizor Bullet Punches. Okay, we'll eat our Berry. That's going to do. Shouldn't do too much, although it is Technician Scizor. At least we know it's not banded. Okay, so second Bullet Punch. We should live. That does 60. This should do a really nice chunk to Klefki as well. Brilliant. That's perfect. Eject button. Leftovers. Okay. Okay, so what we're going to do this time... Oh, my laptop is running out of battery. I'm just going to put that on charge. Is we are going to Bolt Beat the Klefki, and we are going to Taunt the Klefki as well. Now that we know it is not a Mental Herb variant. Excuse me, dear viewers. I'm going to use all of my allotted time to put my laptop on charge so we don't lose all of our footage. There we go. That should be better. There we go. Brilliant. Okay. Yeah, and we're going to Taunt into Klefki as well, because I just feel like, again, Scizor at this point is just not doing too much. We get the Taunt off, hopefully preventing Klefki from doing anything untoward. We do survive that Bullet Punch, which is very nice. Klefki can't use Reflect, which again is really, really important for us. We pick up a KO there. Let's see what comes in. If the Urshifu comes in, obviously, we know it's got Dig, which is something to be wary of. It is the Urshifu. Okay, so what I'm going to do then is I am going to target the Urshifu here. And I'm going to switch the Grim into Tangrowth. So we have another Fake Out family. Do I need to do that? There's an interesting question. Do I need to do that? Because Pheromosa is looking like he could really clean up here if we give it a chance to. And he can't target the Tangrowth and... I mean, yeah, okay, let's Bolt Beak Urshifu for sure. And let's switch Grim out into Tangrowth. Just for preserve that Fake Out for a bit later on if we need it. We do risk taking some damage on the Tangrowth, but I think it's possible Pheromosa actually looks better in this endgame now as the max candidate. Scizor Bullet Punches, we should take that pretty nicely. We do. The Urshifu doesn't max, so the Bolt Beat comes out. That might actually just KO. Oh, it doesn't. Okay. Oh, of course, because Urshifu has decent... Urshifu has decent physical bulk, so that's kind of not too surprising. What I am going to do now is I'm going to switch Dracozolt out into Grimmsnarl because he didn't max the Urshifu. I'm going to switch Dracozolt out into Grimmsnarl, let Grimmsnarl go down. And I think I'm going to protect the Tangrowth. Because I don't think he's targeting the Tangrowth. I think the Scizor, if anything, will target the Tangrowth here. Yeah, I think that's fine. Let the Grim go down. Scizor Bullet Punches. Yep, okay, we protect, which is fine. Dig comes out. That should KO Grim. Again, not a problem. So now this turn, what we're in the really nice position to do is bring Dracozolt back out again. Target one of these two Pokemon. I'm thinking the Scizor. Target down the Scizor here, and with Tangrowth we're going to Giga Drain into the Urshifu slot in case it doesn't go for a dig again. And then we still keep that Pheromosa in the back, nice and safe. The Scizor should go down here, or he could even switch into the Thunderous, which would take a big chunk. If he doesn't go for a Bullet Punch with Scizor, it will go down and we won't take any damage onto the Tangrowth, which is really, really nice. Urshifu detects, even better. This is looking like a really nice turn for us. Sizzle bullet punches. We won't take too much from that. Again, like I say, Bolt Beat comes out. Perfect. Okay. Tangrowth Giga Drains, but that's not too much of a problem. And I am now actually considering... I think, okay, no, what I need to do now is I target down Urshifu with Dracozolt, because I don't think Thunderous can hurt Dracozolt too badly. And I'll just fire off an Ancient Power into Thunderous, I think. Because, again, Pheromosa comes in and cleans up. Thunderous Thunderwaves. Again, no big deal. I think we've got this now. Dracozolt gets a Bolt Beak off into Ursh. Kills Urshifu, so what have we got so far? I'll go through these later. And then we can Bolt Beak again into Thunderous, and we can go for an Ancient Power. Oh, I see we didn't move there, but that's fine. Yeah, I mean, he's going to max. There's no real reason for him not to max here. But I think we're in a nice spot now. Because he'd have to have a move to really hit the Dracozolt, and it won't be stab, and I don't think it can be super effective. So let's see how it plays out. Dracozolt goes first with the Bolt Beak, which does just so much damage. And it's a Darkness, okay. Into the Zolt. We survived that. We're fairly bulky with a Scarf. We might get to attack. Do we get to attack this time? We'll see. We do get to attack. And it doesn't pick up the KO, which is fine. I mean, Dracozolt has really been worth its weight in gold in this match, so happy for Dracozolt to pick up the KO. So there we go. Looks like we are going to take this one 2-0, which is awesome. KO's Urshifu, Scizor, Klefki. In fact, I think Dracozolt took all the KOs in that match, which is pretty awesome. And Urshifu KO'd our Grimmsnarl. Okay, GG's to Wolf. We moved to 4-2, which is really, really good. It's an important win this week to put us at 4-2. Really puts us up amongst the higher ups in the league again now after our 2 losses, which have been frustrating. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'm not sure when this video is going to go out. It will go out sometime this week probably, but yeah. Thanks again, and I will see you all soon. Bye bye.